All right. Episode 3. I believe we left off on Genesis 6:8, where we come across Noah for the first time. Let's just rewind back a little bit. The Lord said, I will blot out from the earth the men whom I created, men together with beasts, creeping things, and birds of the sky, for I regret that I made them. But Noah found favor in the Lord. So the Lord's about to fuck some shit up. This is the line of Noah. Noah was a righteous man. He was blameless in his age. Noah walked with God. Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the original 3 stooges. What? It really says that. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Japheth sounds like a metal band. Japheth. Ham. Shem. Shem sounds like a stooge. Definitely. All right. Shem, Ham, Japheth. Remember that. It's going to be on the quiz. Just memorize it for the quiz, and then you can forget it. The earth became corrupt before God. The earth was filled with lawlessness. When God saw how corrupt the earth was, for all flesh had corrupted its ways on earth, God said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody. What's that from? Who knows where that's from? All right. I have decided to put an end to all flesh, for the earth is filled with lawlessness because of them. I am about to destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make it an ark with compartments and cover it inside and out with pitch. Pitch would be tar, I believe. This is how you should make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits. And I believe a cubit is, let's see, I think a cubit is about 2 feet. Something about like the length of a man, from a man's elbow to his fingertips. Let's see here. Wikipedia. Cubit. An ancient measure of length, approximately equal to the length of a forearm. It was typically about 18 inches or 44 centimeters, though there was a long cubit of about 21 inches or 52 centimeters. A long cubit. So I guess that's like a different version of a cubit. I love how they just used to use like a body part of an average man. Like they measure horses in hands. Like everybody's hands are the same. Are we talking Chinese hands or Norwegian hands? Because they're usually pretty different, I think. All right. Cubit. Should we read a little more about the cubit? Various cubits of various lengths were employed in many parts of the world in antiquity, during the Middle Ages, and as recently as modern times. The term is still used in hedge laying, the length of the forearm being frequently used to determine the interval between stakes placed within the hedge. What is hedge laying? Like bushes? Hedge laying is a country skill practiced in the United Kingdom and Ireland, as well as a few places overseas. Psh, UK and Ireland are overseas, motherfucker. Because we're in America, right? Everything is, it's either America or something else. That's the way I look at things as an American. I don't know about you. Creating and maintaining hedges provides livestock-proof barriers. Okay, so we get the gist of this, right? Hedges. Cubits. All right. Moving on. So the ark shall be 300 cubits in length. Let's see. Let's do a little experiment here. How many feet is 300 cubits?
Checking on that. 300 cubits converts to 450 feet.
Oh. So the ark was about 450 feet. That could definitely fit 2 of every animal on earth. Let's see. I think the ark should be 300 cubits and 50 cubits wide, and its height 30 cubits. Sounds like about an aircraft carrier. No, aircraft carrier is about twice as long as that. It's about 1,000 feet. Let's see here. Make an opening for daylight in the ark and terminate it with a cubit of the top. The hell does that mean? Make an opening for daylight in the ark and terminate it within a cubit of the top. All right, that makes sense, but it's too early. Whatever. Put the entrance to the ark in its side. Make it with bottom, second, and third decks. For my part, I am about to bring the flood. Why didn't God just give him an ark? For my part, I'm going to make the flood, but you got to build the ark. You just give him an ark. Make carbon fiber ark. Boom. I'm about to bring the flood waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh under the sky in which there is breath of life. Everything on earth shall perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall enter the ark with your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives, and all of that lives of all flesh and all of that lives of all flesh. You shall take 2. I'm sorry, my reading skills are just. You shall take 2 of each into the ark. Trust me, I'll be reading like Dan Carlin after like 15 episodes, maybe 20, possibly 30. You shall take 2 of each into the ark to keep alive with you. They shall be male and female, from birds of every kind, cattle of every kind of creeping thing on earth. 2 of each shall come to you to stay alive. For your part, take of everything that is eaten and stored away to serve as food for you and for them. Noah did so just as God commanded him, so he did. So what happens with the freshwater fish when the salt water from the ocean mixes in there? What happened with that? Just a thought. Let's see. Then the Lord said to Russell Crowe, "Go into the ark with all your household, for you alone have I found righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean animal you shall take 7 pairs, males and their mates." Wait. 7 pairs? And of every animal that is not clean, 2, a male and its... So go in the ark with all your household. Of every clean animal you shall take 7 pairs. I've never heard that before. So some animals he's taking 14 of that animal? Huh. And every unclean animal, 2. So I guess that unclean means not kosher, like pork, pigs, and scaly creatures. Or wait, they have to have catfish. Catfish are not kosher, so he only took 2 catfish on the ark. Of the birds of the sky also 7 pairs, male and female, to keep seed alive upon all the earth. For in 7 days' time I will make it rain upon the earth. What is God, Little Wayne? 40 days and 40 nights, and I will blot out the earth all existence that I created. And Noah did just as the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood came. Waters upon the earth. What? Noah was 600 years old when the flood came, comma, waters upon the earth. That doesn't... There's something weird about the grammar in this. Noah with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of the clean animals, of the animals that are not clean, of the birds, and of everything that creeps on the ground. 2 of each, male and female, came to Noah into the ark, as God had commanded Noah. On the 7th day the waters of the flood came upon the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, on the 17th day of the month, on that day, Jesus, all the fountains of the great deep burst apart, and the floodgates of the sky broke open. The rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. That same day Noah and Noah's sons, Shemp, Larry, and Curly, went into the ark with Noah's wife and 3 wives and his sons. They all had beasts of every kind, all cattle of every kind, all creatures of every kind that creep on the earth. The Bible loves to use that word creep when referring to animals who have 4 legs. They came to Noah into the ark, 2 of each of... Why do they... It's like it's just over and over, same shit. Yes, 2 of each, in which there was the breath of life. Got it. They entered, comprised male and female. Got it. Again, as God had commanded them. We get it. We get it. Everything I just read could have been like 3 sentences. God said, I'm going to flood the earth, build a big ass ark, and put 2 of each animal on it. There you go. And the Lord shut him in. So the Lord closed the door on the ark. The flood continued 40 days on the earth, and the waters increased and raised the ark so that it rose above the earth. No shit. Sorry, I'm getting a little cynical here. I'll calm down. The waters swelled and increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark drifted upon the waters. When the waters had swelled much more upon the earth, all the highest mountains everywhere under the sky were covered. 15 cubits higher did the waters swell as the mountains were covered. So, 15 cubits higher. So how high is Mount Everest? This is turning into like the skeptical Bible reading. But you know what? This podcast is going to turn into whatever happens. So I'm sorry if you love Jesus, because I'm probably going to end up talking some shit. Just don't listen if that bothers you. Okay, so let's see. Where are we? Something about 15 cubits higher did the water swell as the mountains were covered. And all flesh... Oh, here come the yawns. Shit. The waters... and all flesh that stirred on earth perished. Birds, cattle, beasts, and all the things. Why couldn't God just put like a scuba, like a fish tank bubble around all their heads with unlimited oxygen in it, so they could just breathe for 40 days? And all in whose nostrils was the merest breath of life. The breath of life. All that was on dry land died. Maybe I should call this podcast The Breath of Life. All existence on earth was blotted out. Man, cattle, creepy things, birds of the sky, they were blotted out from earth. Only Russell Crowe was left, and those with him in his ark. And when the waters had swelled on the earth 150 days, God remembered Noah and all the beasts and all the cattle that were with him in the ark. 150 days? Oh, so it just rained for 40 days. Okay. It wasn't like instantly back to the ground after 40 days. I got it. God remembered Noah and all the beasts. They make it sound like he forgot. Like he was just off doing other shit. God remembered Noah and all the beasts and all the cattle that were with him in the ark. And God caused a wind to blow across the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the floodgates of the sky were stopped up, and the rain from the sky was held back. The waters then receded steadily from the earth. At the end of 150 days, waters diminished, so that in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Ararat, that's a real place. Let's check that out. I think it's in like Turkey or something. Let's see. Ararat. Ararat. Common first name for Armenian males. Mount Ararat. There it is. Mount Ararat is a snow-capped and dormant compound volcano in the extreme east of Turkey. Wow. Check out photos. It's awesome. You can see it from Yerevan, Armenia. It consists of two major volcanic cones, Greater Ararat, the highest peak in Turkey, and the Armenian Plateau with an elevation of 5,137 feet, and Little Ararat with an elevation of 3,896 meters. Oh, so it's 16,854 feet tall. Armenian Plateau. Wow. That is high. And Little Ararat is 12,782 feet. This is America. We use feet. The Ararat Massif, Massif, section of the planet's crust that is demarcated by faults and flexures. Well, that is about 25 miles in diameter. Despite the scholarly consensus that the mountains of Ararat of the Book of Genesis do not refer to specifically Mount Ararat, it has been widely accepted in Abrahamic religions as a resting place of Noah's Ark. It is a principal national city symbol of Armenia and has been considered a sacred mountain by Armenians. It is featured prominently in Armenian literature and art and is an icon for Armenian irredentism. United Armenia. I don't know. I clicked on Armenian irredentism and it just went to United Armenia. So we'll just leave that one alone. Along with Noah's Ark, it is depicted on the coat of arms of Armenia. So what's the majority religion in Armenia? Christian? Let's see. Armenia culture. I don't know shit about Armenia. All I know about Armenia is Kardashian. That's all I know. Kardashian. I don't even know what Kardashian means. I just know it has something to do with Armenia. Let's see. Religion. I don't see anything about religion. You'd think that would be in here, since Noah's Ark is on their coat of arms. Oh shit, I'm on Mount Ararat. Duh. Alright, let's look at Armenia. Sorry, I really want to know what is the... Oh, here we go. Religion. Before Christianity, Armenian paganism, blah, blah, blah. Current. What's the current? What do we got? Century is a lot of Christianity going on. I'm going to guess that it's probably mostly Christian. Yeah, religion, Christianity. Okay. Glad that took forever. Okay, where were we? The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters went on diminishing until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first of the month, the tops of the mountains became visible. At the end of 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark that he had made and sent out the raven. It went to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out the dove. I was about to say, I thought it was a dove. Okay. Sent out the dove to see whether the waters had decreased from the surface of the earth, the ground. But the dove could not find a resting place for its foot. It only had one foot. And returned to him to the ark, for there was water all over the earth. So putting out his hand, he took it into the ark with him. He waited another 7 days and again sent out the dove. The dove came back to him toward evening, and there in its bill was plucked off olive leaf! ! Then Noah knew that the waters had decreased on the earth, because olive leaves couldn't possibly float. He waited still another 7 days and sent the dove forth, and it did not return to him any more. In the 601st year, in the first month, on the first of the month, the waters began to dry from the earth. And when Noah removed the covering of the ark, he saw that the surface of the ground was drying. And in the second month, on the 77th day of the month, the earth was dry. God spoke to Noah, saying, "Come out of the ark, together with your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds, animals, and everything that creeps on earth, and let them swarm on the earth and be fertile, and increase on earth." So Noah came out, together with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives. Every animal, every creeping thing, every kind of bird, everything that stirs on the earth came out of the ark by families. Then Noah built an altar, or as Ben Stiller might call it, a chuppah. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking of every clean animal and every clean bird, he offered burnt offerings to the altar. Oh, I can't wait to get into that part. I like that stuff, the burnt offerings. That's pretty interesting. I think that's going to be Leviticus. Yeah. All right. The Lord smelled the pleasing odor, and the Lord said to himself, never again will I doom the earth. He smelled the pleasing odor. So Noah burnt like a bird, and God was like, that smells good. Like burnt feathers and stuff. I don't know. I'm sorry. Never again will I doom the earth because of man, since the devisings of man's mind are evil from his youth. Nor will I ever again destroy every living thing as I have done. Genesis got it all, man. The Lord smelled the pleasing odor. Never again will I doom the earth because of man, since the devising of man's mind are evil from his youth. It sounds like he's like pretty forgiving at that point, right? He's like, yeah, they know not what they do. So I'll never fuck them all over again. Never again will I doom the earth because of man. Well, it says that right here, and that's what everyone's running around saying is going to happen. But it says it's not right here. Those Westboro Baptist Church psychos, they're saying God is going to doom the earth because of man. Well, right the fuck here it says, never again will I doom the earth because of man, since the devisings of man's mind are evil from his youth. He should have just said they're stupid. I mean, you'd think a all-powerful, all perfectly intelligent being wouldn't call people evil, but just dumb. They're just fucking stupid. They don't know. They fucking stick their fingers in electrical sockets. They don't know shit. Nor will I ever again destroy every living being as I have done. Okay? I'm going to remember that. I'm going to show somebody that next time these Westboro Baptist Church people are picketing. No, I'm not. So long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease. God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fertile and increase and fill the earth. The fear and the dread of you shall be upon all the beasts on the earth and upon all the birds of the sky. Everything with which the earth is astir, and upon all the fish of the sea, they are given to your hand. What does astir mean? Let's just look that up real quick. Steer. In a state of excited movement. Okay. If anything, just learn from Wikipedia. I mean, if you're listening to this, just learn a word that I look up. All right. I don't know if this is useful to anybody. If anybody's listening to this, if it's fucking stupid, but I'm just gonna keep doing this. You know what? I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care. Moving on. I'm getting through this shit. It might pay off. If it never does, whatever. Van Gogh died with one ear and penniless. Doesn't matter. All right. Be fertile and increase. The fear and the dread of you shall be upon all the beasts and birds of the sky, everything with which the earth is astir. And upon all the fish of the sea, they are given into your hand. Every creature that lives shall be yours to eat. As with the green grasses, I give you all these. You must not, however, eat the flesh with its life blood in it. But for your own lifeblood I will require a reckoning. I will require it of every beast of every man too. I require a reckoning for human life of every man for that of his fellow man. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For in his image did God make man. Okay. So, if you're going to eat an animal, you got to bleed it out first. I think this is like the beginnings of the kosher deal going on here. And thou shalt not kill is coming up here. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Okay. Be fertile then and increase. Abound on the earth and increase on it. So redundant. So redundant. And God said to Noah and his sons, and then he said it to his sons, and then to Noah, I now establish my covenant with you and your offspring to come, and with every living thing that is with you, birds, cattle, and every beast as well. All that have come out of the ark, every living thing on earth, I will maintain my covenant with you. Never again shall flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. Sorry, I'm just doing something. Am I still recording here? Check. Okay. I guess we're good. Just bear with me for a second here. Come on. Okay, we're good. All right. I will maintain my covenant with you. Never again shall flood waters flood everybody and kill everybody. God further said, this is a sign that I set for the covenant between me and you and every living creature with you for all ages to come. I have set my bow in the clouds, or bow? Bow or bow? And it shall serve as a sign of the covenant. Bow. Oh, like a rainbow. I have set my bow in the clouds, and it shall serve as a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow appears in the clouds. Why didn't they just say rainbow? I will remember my covenant between me and you and every living. They really make God seem like just like a regular guy. Like he forgets things, he remembers things, he wonders where people are. He has regrets. I will remember my covenant between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, so that the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all earth. How many times are you going to say this? When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures, all flesh that is on earth. That, God said to Noah, shall be the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh on earth. We get it. Jesus. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham being the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole world branched out. Noah, the tiller of the soil, was the first to plant a vineyard. He drank of the wine. These were 3 sons of Noah, and from these the world branched out. So we are all descendants of Noah. Is Noah a descendant of Adam? I missed that one. He must be, right? Yeah. Everyone is. All right. Okay. Noah, the tiller of the soil, as a first plant a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk. Uh-oh. And he uncovered himself within his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness and told his 2 brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a cloth, placed it against both their backs. He's naked in his own tent. Leave him the fuck alone. What the... He drank the wine and became drunk. He uncovered himself within his tent. He's in his tent drinking wine. Fuck off. He's like 900 years old. He built an ark. Let the man have a cold one and relax. But so Ham saw his father's nakedness, told his 2, hey guys, you're never gonna believe this. Dad is in his tent naked and he's drinking alcohol. But Shem and Japheth took a cloth, placed it against both their backs, and walking backward, they covered their father's naked. What a fucking weird family. So they walked backwards into the tent and just like kind of like reached back and covered his... their faces were turned the other way so they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah woke up from his wine and learned that the youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves shall be to his brothers." And he said, "Blessed the Lord, the God of Shem, let Canaan be a slave to them." That rhymes. May God enlarge Japheth and let him dwell in the tents of Shem. And let Canaan be a slave to them. Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah came to 950 years. Then he died. All right, wait a second here. Who is he pissed at? No. All right, Ham, the father of Canaan. He's the one that saw that Noah was naked. So Noah said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves shall be to his brothers." And he said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem. Let Canaan be slave to Shem." Okay. And may God enlarge Japheth. So, what? So, okay. So Ham saw Noah was naked. Oh, it's because he saw Noah's cock. Oh, shit. Why? Who cares? So Ham saw Noah naked. He went and told his brothers, and they came and didn't look, and they covered him up. So Noah was happy about those 2, but pissed at the one that saw him naked and didn't cover him up. All right. Okay. So because Ham saw Noah's cock, all of Canaan must be cursed for... Okay. Got it. This is good shit here. This is what I want my politicians to be reading. Should I? All right, I'm going to stop here because that was just... I got to let that one fucking... I got to dwell on that for a while. Maybe we'll look that up on the next episode here. We'll leave off there. Genesis 10:4. All right. 10:4, good buddy.